100 years ago, Southeastern was just an idea, a vision of possibility, an endeavor that took firm roots, creating a place where education meets opportunity and dreams are nurtured. From Friendship Circle, where so many journeys began, to every corner of our campus, to around the world, and even beyond. For a century, Southeastern has stood as a beacon of progress, empowering generations to find their path and to pave the way for others. With every graduating class, Southeastern's impact ripples out into businesses, into communities, into the world, creating a new wave of leaders, innovators, and changemakers. Our future is bright because of the foundation laid over the last century. We look forward with determination, ready to embrace the challenges of tomorrow, just as we have for the past 100 years. This is our heritage. This is our future. And together, we will continue to write the story of Southeastern. One of resilience, one of impact, and one of limitless possibility.
Good morning, everyone. If I could have your attention. Thank you. My name is Steve Corey. I'm a graduate of Southeastern University. I'm on the foundation board and the advisory board for the School of Business. I don't know if you remember, but I was the opening speaker last year. So I asked Teray, why do you want me to be the opening speaker this year? And she said, because you're a natural. I said, a natural? She said, yes, you make every speaker after you look really good. So I appreciate that. It's exciting to have our business forum in the 100th anniversary of the School of Southeastern Louisiana. We waited 99 years to have a business forum last year, but we're excited to have our second business forum. Dr. Lopez and her team did an absolutely fabulous job last year. They've set the bar very high, and we hope that we can exceed that this year with the panel and topics that we have. Excuse me. So what we want to talk about is our topics this year are, had it here somewhere. Economy, talent, and healthcare. We have all great speakers, including some who were here last year to give us an economic update. We want to thank all our sponsors who made this possible, especially First Guarantee Bank and North Oaks Health System. Without all these sponsors and our two Catalyst sponsors, this wouldn't work. So we'd like to have a round of applause for all our sponsors. Thank you. I think one of the topics that we want to concentrate on is healthcare. It's important to all of us. It's important to our families. It's important to our communities. And it's important to our businesses. And healthcare in Louisiana, we're at one of the lowest points of all the 50 states. There's got to be a way that we can improve that through education, through incentive, through healthcare, and through businesses, and then the environment that we create for our employees. We all know what we pay for healthcare, and I remember Richard Nelson last year saying that Louisiana is a healthcare system that operates a state. Something's wrong with that model. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lopez, but I got a lot of people who know me, and I always tell bad jokes. Certainly helps the other speakers, so I'll tell two bad jokes. The first joke is, how did the hamburger introduce his girlfriend? Meet Patty. The second one is, why did the lettuce blush? Because it saw the salad dressing. With that, I'll introduce Dr. Tere Lopez.
Thank you all. So Steve's job is to bring the humor. I get all the dry stuff. So I do want to thank everyone for being here, especially, as he mentioned, our sponsors, our Catalyst sponsors, First Guaranty Bank and North Oaks, who without this, we couldn't put on the quality of the program that we have for you here today. So I'm so thankful to them. Also, Janie King, who is our visionary sponsor, and then our innovator sponsors, St. Tammany Health System, Broken Tractor, Corey Tucker and LaRoe, and Oshner. So let's one more round of applause thanking all of our sponsors. And then this program does not come together without a tremendous team. I have a bunch of people who got together several times throughout this year to put this program together. So I'm thanking all of them. They're on the screen. I'm not going to go through everybody's names. They're also in your program. And then our execution committee are the boots on the ground who are making this happen. So all of the staff in the dean's office at the College of Business, and a few extras. We grabbed Ashley Llewellyn, Chenzo Corona on our staff. They didn't intend to do, they got voluntold. And then all of our students who are tremendous. As you came in, you got to see all of our students. They have the green jackets. They're easy to identify. So thank you to all of them. So this is the dry stuff. On your table, you have a QR code, which this year is supposed to work because the Wi-Fi works. So I told them, I'm like, if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, we're gonna get booed out of the whole building because last year it didn't work. So we have tested and retested. So if something breaks, I don't know what we're gonna do. But the Wi-Fi information is on the note card in the middle of your table. There's also a little QR code for questions. So as we have speakers, if you have a question, you can submit it. We have a fantastic crew over here with Dr. Tanya Crombie and April Kemp who are receiving those questions, and then they will call them out to our speakers. So be aware of that. Lunch will be in the room next to us. It is open seating, so you have the opportunity to mingle and network. We don't have a speaker at lunch. It's just a free time for you guys to network and mingle. Accountants in the room, we have the paperwork on the table outside for you to get continuing education credit. If you want to grab that paperwork and turn it in. There is also going to be a feedback form that you will receive. Please be looking at that. We will have a networking hour at the end of the day at 3 o'clock. It's going to be in the courtyard. We have a tent, so it's not 100 degrees. It's a beautiful day anyway. And so that's sponsored by alums Gnarly Barley and Sidewalk Spirits. And a special thing we have is the Southeastern Centennial Strawberry Cocktail, which is sponsored by Sidewalk Spirits right before Strawberry Fest. That's happening this week, so we'll have that strawberry cocktail. So please join us at the end of the day. Bathrooms are located through the door back here. So if you can go out that way to hit the bathroom. So I think I've got all the dry stuff taken care of. All right, so now what I have the pleasure of doing is introducing Dr. William Wainwright, who is the president of Southeastern Louisiana University. He has now almost gotten through his second year as president, and I can tell you the energy that we have at the university is unmatched, the enthusiasm is unmatched, and the strategic vision for the university is more clear to everyone at the university than it ever has been. So I'm really excited and pleased to welcome Dr. Wainwright to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Excellent. Thank you all so much for coming out today. I want to tell you that in setting the stage for today's event, a lot of what you see is a direct result from your feedback last year. So I want to thank you for that. That's been extremely helpful to our team in preparing our program. So we're really excited. Just want to welcome you all again to our second annual North Shore Business Forum. Would not be possible without the collaboration of our business and industry partners, our university team members, committed alumni, and various supporters and subject matter experts, all dedicated to the economic vitality of our region. And it's my great honor to welcome you to this exciting forum here at the greater North Shore of Southeast Louisiana. We are gathered today in a region that is certainly rich in culture, innovation, entrepreneurial spirit, and we're thrilled to have the opportunity to explore how we can all contribute to the continued growth and success of our local and regional economy. I would like to begin by extending a special thank you to Southeastern Louisiana University's College of Business for hosting this event and certainly providing us with this incredible opportunity to engage, collaborate, learn. The College of Business is a cornerstone of our region. So many alum in the audience today.
Just hang it back here.
Our college plays a vital role in shaping the future business, sales, finance, and marketing of our region. And it's with this commitment to academic excellence, innovative programs, strong partnerships in business and industry that it's no secret why our College of Business is one of the fastest growing colleges within our university. And we're excited to bring together such a diverse group of executives today, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, certainly from various industries across Southeast Louisiana. The forum offers a unique platform for us to share knowledge, discuss trends, and explore ways to work together, address the challenges and opportunities facing our business community. And there are challenges, and that's one of the things we're gonna work together, especially take time during the networking lunch to meet new people and build those continued partnerships. So whether you're here to network or share insights or discover new strategies for success, we do hope that today's discussions will inspire meaningful connections and foster collaborations that certainly extend far beyond this event. And as we look forward to today's agenda, I encourage each of you, engage with one another, ask questions, take full advantage of the expertise and experiences, especially those of our speakers on stage with us today. The future of Southeastern business in Southeast Louisiana has never been brighter, and it's certainly up to all of us to shape it. The ultimate goal in setting the stage, the ultimate goal of today's forum is to equip our business leaders with key insights in business and economic development trends, innovations, and strategies, while creating engaging opportunities to expand your network. And I want to thank Dr. Lopez, Dean of our College of Business. You all have worked closely with her throughout the years. She's an extraordinary leader, and I want to thank our program committee that built today's program, alumni Steve Corey and Rob Dugas for shepherding and our event from vision to reality, our second one. And most importantly, to all of our sponsors that were mentioned earlier, thank you for this strategic investment in our forum. As president of Southeastern Louisiana University, I have the privilege of working with a dedicated faculty, staff, and students and external stakeholders like each and every one of you to achieve our mission, which is to lead the educational, economic, and cultural development of Southeast Louisiana. As Louisiana's third largest university, Southeastern is celebrating its centennial year this year. In 100 years, to date, we have awarded 97,000 college degrees. With 2 remaining commencements this year, we look to exceed the 100,000 degree mark. And that is quite significant if you look at the strength of our communities and our economies on the North Shore. But did you also know that of 80,000 living alumni, 63,000 reside in Louisiana? Roughly 78%. We're very proud of that. We're proud that we are the regional public university that is supporting the strength and growth of all of our communities, and we want to thank all of you for being a part of our rich history. So market-driven programs of study provide our students in business and industry certainly the foundation for programmatic growth and diversification, especially in specialized areas of industry. The development of recent program modifications and concentrations centered on mechatronics, supply chain management, strategic communication, SHRM, certified human resources, and of most recent medical sales are just a few examples of the fulfillment of an industry-responsive culture centered on building a stronger economy and most importantly, stronger communities. I would like to take this moment to thank CEO of St. Tammany Health System, Joan Kaufman, and her board and their team for embracing our first cohort of medical sales students, providing immediate access to facilities and physicians to ensure programmatic success. Joan, I believe I last saw you there. Thank you. The development of new programs and the enhancement of academic facilities stem from a continuous evaluation of current and future needs of both the students and the workforce. You as industry partners inform a lot of our curriculum, and we've recently added 2 fully online master degree programs, one in computer networking and administration, and an MBA in managing innovation and technology. We advanced a path to build an innovative MBA program that was relevant to today and future needs of our workforce. You informed us that an MBA with a focus on technology and cyber was the path that would best support. And since developing that program, our enrollment is growing significantly. So definitely thank you all for that important support in doing so. We're also building an AI strategy for the university at this time, and you never stop building an AI strategy, right? And so I do want to share with you all that we are culminating that strategy, but what I'm most excited about is those of you who are engaged with us to walk us through what an AI-ready graduate needs to look like in today's economy. So thank you all for your support in helping us advance those measures. Additional examples, we talked about the healthcare forum, the advancement of healthcare on the North Shore. And look, while there's challenges, we are best positioned on the North Shore to lead. We've got the leadership in place in all of our health systems. And so when you look at partnerships like with St. Tammany Health System to combat the shortage of qualified nurses, and when you look at Ochsner's ability to work closely, not just with Southeastern, but all of higher ed across the state to scale, it's transformational. When you look at North Oaks Health System and the work that they are doing, CEO Michelle Sutton, who you'll hear from later, to directly engage in innovation, telehealth, the sky is the limit. And for all of us to be together, collaborating and scaling is going to make our region certainly so much stronger. And I wanted to share why those collaborations are so important. According to the recently released Louisiana Economic Development Strategic Plan, Louisiana's economy and strengths are certainly unparalleled. If you haven't had a chance, it was released, I believe, last week. Take a look at it. It's been some time since the strategic plan has been in place, or we've had one of recent incorporation. So I want to commend Susan and our governor certainly for that. But employment in Louisiana is 5 times more concentrated in the energy sector than the U.S. averages. And one of the things that you hear Susan talk about often, and she'll talk about it this afternoon, is the all of government approach in ensuring that we're supporting our energy sector. Louisiana is a leader in export volume with 31% of our gross domestic product driven by export, the highest in the U.S. And we also have recently outpaced Virginia and Texas in STEM college graduates. That's something that was established through the LA STEM Council in partnership with business and industry, ensuring that we start with STEM literacy with our young families and build a pipeline. So I'm so grateful to see that is continuing to build, and that Louisiana ranks top 20 in U.S. business formation and the 8th lowest cost of doing business. Again, the future's ours. It's certainly up to us. And with today's business forum, you'll have the opportunity to hear from both Susan and Richard Nelson later in the day on how we're going to progress. And like many of you, certainly I'm following the work of our governor and legislature. As immediate past president of St. Tammany Economic Development Corporation and a current member of Better Louisiana, and the North Shore Business Council, there are opportunities on the table to strengthen and support businesses and bring new industry to the region. Strategic growth has never been more important for our region. And so I look forward to embarking on this work with you to reverse the troubling trends of population loss that we've seen by creating an environment for our communities and economies to thrive. And I truly believe the launch of that plan, the work of Susan and our governor, is going to be what it's going to take to get us there. She highlights 5 pillars of prosperity in Louisiana to thrive. 1, the ease of doing business. 2, the high wage employment. Thriving regions, growth and innovation, and global impact. We have the recipe, and I have every confidence we will all get there together. If you've seen the most recent announcements with both Meta and Hyundai, what you're seeing is something that was done in the past and benefited Louisiana when DXC Technology came in and made a significant investment in building the workforce pipeline while growing their industry. You now have seen the same negotiation take place with Meta and Hyundai, and I want to commend Susan and our governor. I'm often told, well, we can't have industry because we lack workforce. But please understand, in higher ed, we cannot educate and train for a job that doesn't exist, right? So it's important that as these negotiations are taking place, that we're working collectively to hone in on future investments in both our community and technical colleges and our universities. And so I want to wrap up by just sharing 2 other examples that I'm really excited about. We've got Startup North Shore, Chenzo Coronas here. He's our entrepreneur in residence with St. Tammany Economic Development Corporation. Want to commend Chris Massengill for his work, but also what he is doing in bringing our region together in building entrepreneurism. Recent articles have come out that in the state, we are certainly, we have more room to grow in entrepreneurism, so I'm really excited about that. And then I want to talk about North Shore Healthscape, because when you hear the panel present today and you hear from all of our healthcare CEOs, know that the North Shore Healthscape collaboration is dynamic, it's progressive, and that everything is on the table, from medical tourism to infrastructure issues that we have in the parish. And I'm very honored that we've got a very proactive CEO in Joan Kaufman, the current president of St. Tammany Economic Development Corporation, who's leading that effort in collaboration with all of our CEOs on the North Shore. It's really a prime time for this work. And so as president of Southeastern, I want you to know that I do not view the university's role as one of isolation, but instead being a key driver for industry and economic development, as we are obligated to certainly be at the forefront of this work. As I close, I want to thank you all today for being with us. Unique opportunity. Please take the time to get to know our students who are here today. They are all available for hire. You may have to negotiate. We taught them that, right? But I want to thank all of you who participate in our business etiquette networking dinners, where we teach our students how to handle a social event where there may be alcohol served, where there's a social event, how to have a networking dinner, hold the business and industry conversations. We're very proud of that work, and I thank Teray and our team for doing that. Our College of Business is one of our fastest growing colleges. I shared some of the programs, but you may not be aware of some of the current national titles we hold in community banking, professional sales, executive MBA, certified financial analyst. We're very proud of that. We provide incredible enrichment opportunities for our students to be successful. Again, I want to thank you all for being in attendance today. I look forward to getting to hang out with some of you. Please bring new ideas, new energy forward. Do not forget, in attendance today, you have a kindergarten through post-secondary resource at your fingertips. We have the Chancellor of North Shore Technical Community College here with us, Dr. Jim Carlson, representation from our public school systems. We know that the future success of our workforce has everything to do with early learning through the education experience. So let's make today a day of impactful conversation and lasting connections. Enjoy the program. Thank you.